Hello students. Today we are going to discuss the direction of magnetic field, okay, due to a straight current carrying conductor. Direction of magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. Okay. Direction of magnetic field. Yesterday we studied about magnetic field at a point P due to a straight current carrying conductor. Okay. Now when we calculate magnetic field, then the next task is to find out the direction of magnetic field which is acted on that point. Okay. You know that if a conductor, straight conductor, carry a current I, then the magnetic field produced by that conductor is concentric circle. Okay. The field pattern of magnetic field produced by that conductor is concentric circle. Okay, concentric circle means this type. Okay, so this is a pattern of magnetic field. But what is the direction of magnetic field? The direction of magnetic field can be find out by right hand thumb rule. Okay, the right hand thumb rule means when we make our hand pattern as a like this, that means thumb represent the direction of current, okay, and the folded fingers represent the direction of magnetic field. That means when current flows from x to y, that when the current flows from x to y direction, then the magnetic field will be anti-clockwise. Magnetic field will be anti-clockwise. Okay, this will be the direction of magnetic field. Okay, this will be the direction of magnetic field. That means from here to, okay. Now if the direction of current reverse, then our magnetic field pattern will also change. That means when the direction of current in a straight current carrying conductor from y to x, from y to x, from y to x, then what is the direction of magnetic field? In both conditions the magnetic field pattern will same. Okay, the magnetic field pattern in both condition will same. That means this, because you know that a straight current carrying conductor produce magnetic field in concentric circle manner. Okay, now our direction of current is from y to x. That means when we put our hand as like this, when thumb represent the direction of current downwards, that means the pattern of magnetic field which is represented by folded fingers from a direction of clockwise. Okay, that means this time the direction of magnetic field will be clockwise. This one. Okay, that means, so this is the direction of magnetic field in a straight current carrying conductor. Okay, I hope you understand. Students, our next topic is magnetic field at a point on the axis of a circular coil carrying current. Okay, that means if we take a point P here, that means we have to find out magnetic field at point P due to this current carrying circular coil. Okay, this is our task. So first of all we have to make a circular coil. Okay, we make a circular coil like this and give the direction of current like this. Okay, at the center of circular coil denoted by O, and the distance from O to C is A. Now we assume point P on the axis of this circular coil, on the x-axis of this circular coil, and the distance of the distance from center of a circular coil to P is A, is x. The distance is x. Okay, now we take a small portion or a small part of length which is called as dl at this point and at point D, and again we take a small point of length at point C. Okay, at point C, and we make a distance like this. Okay, in this figure we give the name of distance from C to P as R. Okay, and this distance will also same, that means this will also R. Okay, you know that we already studied that the angle formed by these points at point P will be phi 1 and phi 2. Okay, will be phi 1 and phi 2. But you know that here phi 1 and phi 2 are equal, that means we can write it as phi and this angle also as phi. Okay, no problem. Now at a point P, due to a small length of dl in circular coil, the magnetic field direction will be 90 degree from the axis, that means in this direction, 90 degree from the axis. And here also the direction of magnetic field due to the direction of magnetic field due to D is 90 degree from the axis, that means in this direction. Okay, हमने एक फिगर बनाया है जहां पे हमें पॉइंट P पर, इस पॉइंट P पर अपना मैग्नेटिक फील्ड कैलकुलेट करना है ड्यू टू अ करंट कैरिंग सर्कुलर कॉइल. ओके, अब ये जो सर्कुलर कॉइल है इसके हमने फिर से वही मेथड अपनाया है कि ड्यू टू स्मॉल पोर्शन ऑफ लेंथ, अगर यहाँ पे हम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड निकाल लें और देन उससे क्या करें, इंटीग्रेट करें, देन उसे क्या करें फॉर होल लेंथ के लिए इंटीग्रेट करें, जैसे हमने पिछले इनफाइनाइट लेंथ के लिए किया था कि यहाँ पे क्या किया था कि हमने एक डीएल ले लिया था स्मॉल लेंथ एंड देन अगेन उसको इंटीग्रेट कर लिया था फॉर होल लेंथ के लिए. ठीक है, सेम एज हम यहाँ पे करेंगे. That means at this direction our magnetic field is dV. Okay, and in this direction our magnetic field will be dV dash. Okay, dV dash. But you know that the angle of OPC is equal to the angle of AP B. That means this angle will also phi. Okay, and this angle will also phi. And our resultant magnetic field, because if you see carefully, then you find that this forms a rectangle. This forms a rectangle in which if there is a two component of force, okay, then there is a resultant component of force at any angle. Okay, that means our resultant magnetic field in the direction of this one. Okay, this is the resultant magnetic field. So students, as you can see, this is a figure in which we have a circular coil having current I, okay, and at a point P, the magnetic field due to current element, small length element at C is dB, okay, and the direction of magnetic field at a point P due to small length at C is perpendicular to CP. Okay, that means this PV perpendicular at CP. Okay, and the direction of this magnetic field is founded by the right hand rule. Okay, PV perpendicular to CP, and this also PC, sorry, PD perpendicular to DP. Okay, perpendicular to DP. Okay, these are the direction of magnetic field at point P. Okay, you know that when our component of any magnetic field or force or electric field makes an angle, then it has two components. One component is of cos and one component is of sine. Okay, that means if our dB is our dB direction is this and it makes a phi angle with y axis, that means the component of y axis has value of dB cos phi. Okay, because we take cos phi in base. Okay, and the perpendicular component from dB cos phi is dB sin phi. Okay, जो हमारा परपेंडिकुलर कंपोनेंट होगा dB cos phi के इस dB का, वो क्या होगा dB sin phi. और इसी तरीके से इस वाले मैग्नेटिक फील्ड डायरेक्शन के लिए भी जो परपेंडिकुलर कंपोनेंट होगा dB डैश cos phi का, वो हमारा क्या होगा dB डैश sin phi. ओके, अब आप यहाँ से देख सकते होंगे कि ये जो y एक्सिस में कंपोनेंट मिले हैं मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के dB cos phi, dB dash cos phi and dB cos phi, they are same but opposite in direction. That means they will cancel each other. Okay, they will cancel each other. So the our final product which we get is dB sin phi, because अब हम चलते हैं, जरा इस पे चलते हैं कि अगर आप इन ट्रायंगल COP में जाकर देख पा रहे हो, इन ट्रायंगल COP, okay, then you find that r square, जो वैल्यू होगी r की, वो क्या होगी, ये बेस है, ओके, विच हैज वैल्यू ऑफ x, एंड ये क्या है परपेंडिकुलर. दैट मींस r इक्वल्स टू अंडर रूट a स्क्वायर प्लस x स्क्वायर. ओके, a स्क्वायर प्लस x स्क्वायर. दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ r. ओके, दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ r. नाउ according to Biot-Savart law, according to Biot-Savart law, according to Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field at a point P due to dl at C, magnetic field at point P due to small length component due to ideal at C. The term ideal represent current component at a small length. Okay, current component at a small. तो यहाँ पे मैग्नेटिक फील्ड क्या होगा? यहाँ पे जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड होगा वो dB होगा, dB इक्वल्स टू the current flows in the circular loop, that means I, okay, and the small portion of length which is dl sine the angle forms at point P which is phi, and the distance between point C and P, that means r square. Okay, that means r square. That means because A is very small, because A is very small, that means this phi angle, okay, because this distance is very small, this length is very small, the phi is nearly about 90 degree. That means sin phi की वैल्यू होगी यहाँ पे, जो phi की वैल्यू होगी हमारे 90 डिग्री के इक्विवेलेंट होगी लगभग, तो उससे sin phi की जो वैल्यू आएगी वो sin phi की वैल्यू क्या आएगी? 1 आएगी. ओके, नाउ पुट योर values in this equation. This is equation number 1. Then you will get I dl. Okay, sin phi means 1. That means I mu 0 upon 4. Sorry. Here dB equals to mu naught upon 4 pi. Okay, I forget to mention this term. Okay, so dB equals to mu naught upon 4 pi. Okay, this term become 1, that means I dl upon the value of r square will be a square plus x square, a square plus x square. Okay, this is the value of magnetic field at a point P. Now we have to integrate this magnetic field for whole length of circular coil, because this magnetic field is produced by only a short length, only a small length of circular conductor. Okay, now to calculate the magnetic field at point P due to whole circular coil, okay, we have to integrate this value for the whole length of the circular coil. Okay, आप समझ रहे हैं मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ कि अब हमें अगर अपने पूरी वैल्यू पता करनी है, ठीक है, एट अ पॉइंट P ड्यू टू होल सर्कुलर कंडक्टर, तो हमें करना क्या होगा कि इस वैल्यू को पूरे लेंथ के लिए हमें इंटीग्रेट करना होगा. ठीक है, now to find out the whole magnetic field at a point P, we have to integrate the component of magnetic field of this, that means dB sin phi. Okay, we have to integrate this whole component. Okay, that means one first thing also, the value of dB sin phi equals to dB dash sin phi. Okay, because these are same angles and the value of dB and dB dash will also same. Okay, first thing. Now the second thing is our magnetic field B at a point P is integration of the component of magnetic field along with sin phi. Okay, that means dB sin phi. This is our total magnetic field. Now if you see in this figure, in right angle triangle COP, then you find that the value of phi is, the value of sin phi is in triangle, in right angle triangle COP, the value of sin phi is the value of sine phi is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Okay, perpendicular upon a upon hypotenuse, that means r. And what is the value of r? A upon, what is the value of r? R value is under root a square plus x square. Okay, under root a square plus x square. This is the value of sine phi. Okay, this is the value of sine phi. Sine phi equals to a upon under root a square plus x square, and this term is comes from this right angle triangle COP. Okay, I hope you understand. Now our next task is to put these values in this equation. Okay, this is equation number 2. Now when we put the value of dV and sine phi in this equation, then our equation becomes mu naught upon 4 pi I dl. Okay, ideal upon r square, mu naught upon 4 pi ideal upon a square plus x square, and the value of sine phi is into a upon under root a square plus x square. Now अब क्या होगा यहाँ पे कि ये कुछ वैल्यूज जो हैं हमारी क्या निकल जाएंगी, बाहर निकल जाएंगे. हम जो इंटीग्रेशन कर रहे हैं वो इन द रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ टोटल लेंथ कर रहे हैं. दैट मीन्स जो इंटीग्रेशन होगा केवल इस टर्म का होगा. किसका होगा? केवल डीएल का होगा. ओके, सो ये जो वैल्यूज बाहर निकलेंगी दैट मीन्स म्यू नॉट अपॉन 4 पाई. ओके, आई अपॉन ए स्क्वायर प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर. ओके, एंड अगर आप इसे ले लो तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, ए स्क्वायर प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर, ये पावर 1/2 होगा. ठीक है, इसके पावर 1/2 होगा. एंड इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ डीएल, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ डीएल. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ डीएल? बिकॉज वी इंटीग्रेट डीएल for the whole length, and what is the length of this circular coil? You know that the total length of circular coil, total length of coil equals to the circumference of the coil. Okay, circumference of coil, circumference of coil, that means 2 pi r. And what is the value of radius in this circular coil? A. That means the value of integration dl is 2 pi a. That means we can say that if we put the value 2 pi a in the place of integration dl, then we get our equation as mu naught upon 4 pi, mu naught upon 4 pi. Okay, I upon, when this power and this power added, then it will make as a square plus x square to power 3/2, power 3/2, and the value of integration of dl is 2 pi a, 2 pi a. Okay, so this is the value now. What is the value of total magnetic field at point P? Mu naught upon 4 pi. Okay, and this will get as 2 pi a square I upon a square plus x square power 3/2, and this value of magnetic field along with OP. Okay, and this magnetic field along with OP. or we can also say that this magnetic field along with Px, okay, along Px, okay, P and X. So this is our derivation of magnetic field at a point P due to a circular current carrying loop, okay. So I hope you understand. Now we have some special cases in this derivation when we move our point P from this place to near about the y-axis. That means when we move our point P towards O, okay, then the value of x will be very low, okay. Now we discuss some special cases about when P moves towards and far from its original point.